Roy from Roy's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on a 2007 Suburban. I'm going to show you how to replace the left rear, driver's side rear, door latch and actuator assembly. These are the tools I'm going to be using today to do this job. A 3/8 ratchet, a T30 Torx bit, a magnet, two different length flat tip screwdrivers, 1/4 inch ratchet, 10mm socket, 1/4 inch extension, two different type door panel trim remover, a pick, long nose plier, silicone spray, and dielectric grease. This is the part I'm going to be using today to do this job. This is a left rear, driver's side rear door latch with actuator. Okay, so first I'm going to remove this plastic covering right in here. With my screwdriver, just pop it off. Okay, so I'm going to be removing this plastic piece right in here. I'm going to be using a pick. Pull it off. So I'm going to be removing this bolt and these two bolts. So I'm going to be popping this guy out with my door panel remover. Just pop it out. Okay, disconnect the wire. Just push this guy and pull it out. Okay. So I'm going to be removing this knob. There's a little slot in here, you just gotta pry it open. And pull it off. So I'm gonna be removing my panel. There's a bunch of retainers around here. We just gotta pull this thing out. Okay, so we're going to be lifting it up. So I'm going to be disconnecting this cable. There's a tab right in here you got to push. So let's pry this mount off first. Okay, with my long nose plier, we just gotta squeeze these tabs in. And then unhook it. So I'm gonna remove this guy right here. This is the new actuator I'm going to be putting on. Once I get my hand in the door, you can't see it, but there's a rod that goes right through this plastic clip. What I need to do is just open up the plastic clip, then this rod comes out. Then there's 3 screws on the outside. Remove the 3 screws, then we're going to be pulling out this whole actuator. So I'm going to be removing the lower part of the window regulator and just push this regulator inwards. That way you get a little bit more room to work with. I'm going to be removing these 3 screws. I'm using a T30 Torx. Okay, we gotta remove this rubber piece. Now we can remove this actuator. Gonna have to put back the window regulator to get a little bit more room. So I'm gonna be removing this electrical. I gotta lift up the lock. Okay, now we can pull it out. So this is the tab that I had to open up. The rod goes right in here. So I just had to pry it open and then the rod comes right out. Okay, so I'm going to be transferring this rod over to the new latch. So I'm going to be spraying some silicone spray right in this grommet and on this shaft. Make it a little easier to go in. So this unit, I bought this one from the dealer. Sometimes if you buy an aftermarket one, it doesn't fit. So that's why I always buy these from the dealer. I'm gonna be putting in my latch. So I'm gonna be connecting my electrical wire, putting some dielectric grease, connecting the electrical, and push the lock down. Okay, now we're going to be putting on the latch. So I'm going to bolt up the latch. So now before we do anything else, I want to make sure this actuator works. So I'm going to be connecting my rod. So I'm going to be putting back the lower part of the window regulator. Putting this rubber piece back in. Putting back this foam piece. Okay, so I'm gonna be connecting this cable to the door latch. Putting this guy on and putting in the lock. Okay. Bolting this guy up. Putting the two bolts right in here. But what I'm gonna do, get some of this napkin, kind of like put it over my socket, stick the bolt in, so that way when I put it in, this bolt doesn't fall out. So I'm going to be tightening up these bolts, putting on my switch. Gonna be putting in some dielectric grease on my connector, connecting the switch. Okay, popping it back in, putting on this plastic piece, putting this plastic piece on, and you're good to go. So that's how you replace a door latch with actuator. If you have any questions, comment below. Make sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Aloha.